Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. So this video is going to be about guinea pigs. I don't know if all my guinea pig people have left because I haven't posted one in a really long time. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't, I don't know. So this video is going to be about what you should have before you bring home your guinea pig. I've made similar videos with hamsters, fish, I think only hamsters and fish, maybe geckos, I can't remember. But now we're going to do it for guinea pigs, and I might do it for another animal too. I'm like running out of video ideas. I need to do like a bunch of research and start filming more videos again. But let's get on to the video. So the first thing you're going to need is your cage. In all, you're basically going to need a playpen out of anything. It doesn't have to be very tall because they don't need bedding and they can't really jump very high, but you should have it at least 3 times as tall as them. So if they're like this tall, it should be like this tall, just so you can fit toys and so they don't escape, just in case. So after you have your cage, which I made a whole videos on cages, so if you need any cages ideas, definitely check out some of my other videos. But after you have your cage, the first thing, the most important thing you're going to want to have is hay. Hay is super important. It should be 80% of a guinea pig's diet, so definitely a big amount. And you need to have a big place. I recommend like a bin, kind of cut like the front out so they can get in, or something that is big enough to hold 2 or more guinea pigs, enough to last them an entire day or more. Just a nice big, like, I'm not going to say storage bin because then you'll think of like the big ones, but you know, like an organizer bin or something like that. For flooring or bedding or substrate, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to call it flooring because it's not really substrate or bedding. In the winter, it's good to have either heated or thicker like blankets or fleece stuff. In the summer, you can have newspaper with maybe like a thin layer of like a blanket or something on top of it, but you definitely don't need to have something thick, especially in the summer. But definitely in the winter and fall, think of having more fleece and thicker things. The next thing you're going to want is to have a water place. So it could be water bottles, it could be a water dish, anything like that. It could be plastic, it could be glass. I recommend glass over plastic, but whatever you feel comfortable with. For the water bottle, I recommend sticking it on the side. Obviously, for the water dish, I recommend putting it against the wall or in a corner, because if your guinea pig wants to play and starts running around, you don't want them to run through the water and get everything wet. So I recommend against the wall or in a corner. The next thing is going to be hideouts. So guinea pigs need to have a good amount of hideouts, just like any animal. But I recommend having a hideout that has, where it kind of has like a roof or something flat on top, but it has windows or something that light can come in and there's easy exits, because in case your guinea pigs get in a fight and they need to get out and there's only one exit, things could get bad from there. So I recommend at least 2 exits. If there's more, that's great. But definitely have a couple of hideouts. 2 or 3 is probably good. And if the more hamsters, the more guinea pigs you have, the more hideouts you should have. So if you have 2 to 3 hideouts should be fine. If you have like 3 or 4, then definitely get a couple more. The next thing is tunnels. So tunnels, guinea pigs love. Some come with hay, some are wood, some are cardboard, some are plastic, some are fleece. You can make your own. Obviously, toilet paper rolls and paper towel rolls are not going to work, but fleece ones are great for the winter again. Wood ones usually come with hay and, well, actually, no, those are usually the smaller ones, but wood ones are great. Just make sure the wood is safe. Cardboard ones are probably the best and the cheapest, where they can bite it. It's easy to clean and it's cheap, and they usually come in a couple different colors. So make sure to have some tunnels. You can get cardboard tunnels and wood tunnels, then you can change for fleece tunnels in the winter, or if you only want one kind of tunnel, that's totally fine. I recommend having a couple in there, again 2 to 3, maybe 3 to 4. The next thing is going to be toys. So this could be hammocks. Hammocks are great for guinea pigs, they love them. This could be hammocks, again, tunnels, hideouts, any like bridges or things like that. Those are some ideas. And then chew toys. Make sure for guinea pig toys that like the bridges are guinea pig size and not like bunny size or hamster size. Make sure all the toys fit them and they're not too big and taking up too much room, and they're obviously not too small that you can't use them. And last but not least, actually this is not last, chew toys. Again, for the wood ones, they're usually like tunnels and you can stuff them with hay. Those are great because you can reuse them. They come with hay. Great. You don't need like 1,000 chew toys. I recommend having a couple that you can refill with hay or treats and not really useless ones that you get for hamsters. Try to stay away from ones with like bells or something inside of them that like make a sound, just because they could accidentally eat them or something like that. Now, last but not least is I recommend having another dish for pellets. You should only give them pellets like once a day, once or twice a day. It depends on how much you're giving them. If you're giving them like 1 scoop and you like split it in half and they get some in the morning and some at night, that's fine. Pellets, they don't need a lot of. It's kind of the same thing with bunnies, but yeah. And I recommend having another dish, doesn't have to be inside the cage, for vegetables and fruits and stuff like that they should be getting at least once a day, grass, anything like that. So if you can kind of picture all of that stuff wrapped into a cage, it's obviously not going to be a small cage. It needs to be a big one. If your cage is really tall, like really tall, if your guinea pig's like this tall and the cage is like this tall, you don't really need a lid if there isn't very many tall toys nearby. They're not much of escape artists like hamsters. Now, if your cage is only like double or triple the size, and there are a few toys closer to the wall that you think they could get out of, I recommend putting a lid. There is a couple YouTubers I know that don't have lids on their guinea pig's cage because they're tall. So that's fine. Guinea pigs don't really go on their hind legs on their own. They don't try to jump out of the cage. So it's up to you. If your guinea pig is on like a furniture piece that's up high, I do recommend having a lid. If it's on the ground, I don't know. It's up to you. Make that call, but choose wisely. It may be a little bit more expensive to make a lid or buy a lid, but overall it could help your guinea pig a lot. So I hope this helped. If you have any questions or any video ideas or any edit requests, let me know in the comments down below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in another video. Bye!